Well, I wonder if part of him not going down over the last 30 years has a lot to do with those cameras in that house, the same way that Epstein allegedly had those cameras. Now, we'll never see those tapes because they likely include politicians and people in far higher places of power than Diddy. But this ain't that. So if those tapes exist in Diddy's house, we're talking a lot of celebrities. We're talking a lot of A-list people who have partied with him over the years. And I am wondering if anybody that, kind of did feel slighted by Diddy, that did want to come out in the past, never did, because maybe they had some wrongdoing at one of those parties. And Diddy's like, yeah, you want to do that? You're going to go down too. Guess what I got on tape?
Yeah, I think that that's exactly part of the component in the whole thing. And I think with what happened with Epstein and the way that was so brushed under the carpet for so long, and all the individuals that, I mean, it's still going on.
Yeah.
People really don't have the answers. Finally orders, information is coming out. And I think on this one, we're going to see much more transparency than we've ever saw in the Epstein matter. And I'm here for it because I truly believe many of these young individuals, as it was described, let's take young individuals that don't know they're good,
Hmm.
that have talent but haven't been discovered, and we're basically going to exploit them for our own purposes, and then whatever happens from there in terms of their career. But it's sad to think that how many people this could be happening to. The
Yeah.
exploitation of these young artists and young people that get, they become involved in sex with these celebrities because they're celebrities.
Yeah. Yeah. And thinking that this is going to be their way up. I mean, that really, I mean, it's been kind of his MO. A lot of his career is finding young artists, from Usher to Bieber to, I mean, several that never really made it very far. But he's had a string of them. I worked in top 40 radio at the peak of Diddy being Diddy, when he was P Diddy, when he was Puff Daddy, when he was making
Puff
all those
Daddy.
records. And I can't tell you the amount of artists and CDs that you'd get from Bad Boy that never went anywhere, that were just these, young women, young men. And you look back on it now and you go, oh my God, like how much of this was involved in something like that, where there might have been ulterior motives for getting them on a record that was crap, but more so for his own things, if you will.
Right. The quid pro quo
Yeah.
that has been alleged is really sick. And I'm hoping that, we get the truth one way or the other. I know a lot of people are upset. They say, well, listen, with the show of that happened at both of his homes, these exclusive homes, and MRAPs and military style vehicle and SWAT teams and everything, he's ruined.
Hmm.
Basically, that it's too much to come out from underneath. But what people don't understand, I don't think, is sometimes is, listen, these agents want to go home.
Hmm.
They want to have dinner with their families. And you have to have speed, surprise, superiority of manpower when you go into a palatial estate where there's guns, there's drugs, and that there are people in there with some serious backgrounds that aren't good,
Hmm.
rap sheets. And you put that all together, and of course, you're going to make sure that you're safe. You can't just say, hey, John, hey, Bob, hey, Susie, let's go and arrest P. Diddy, or not arrest P. Diddy. Let's go search his house.
Yeah.
You need those kinds of numbers. And you remember there's a clearing team that just goes in to clear and make everything safe. And then you have a whole nother group that their only responsibility is collecting evidence. So you have sort of the people that are supposed to make everything safe. And that's why people were handcuffed. It wasn't trying to make a show. That's how we do things, whether your name is P. Diddy or whether your name is John Smith.
Hmm.
That's how you have to execute a search warrant in those conditions to make sure everybody goes home.
Hey, it's Tony Brueski. If you like the podcast, be sure to like, subscribe, and press that bell so you don't miss any of our updates on the cases we're following for you right here at the Hidden Killers podcast from True Crime Today. And thanks